What's up, DJ Rob? What's good with you, man?
Popping, what's going on, man?
I just want to tell you, man, welcome to the Cynergy podcast. How you feeling today, brother?
I'm feeling all right. Feeling all right.
So, I'm gonna do an introduction, what I'm saying, to my brother, my mentor, man. He is a 11 years professional DJ, CEO of Refresh Map, official shoe house DJ, promoter, content creator, man. He also a Scorpio, you know what I'm saying? I want everybody to give it up for my brother DJ Rob, man. People clapping right now. They clapping right now for you,
Yeah.
man.
I still
DJ
gotta
Rob.
tell you, I gotta tell you, don't forget the AE, man.
You know what's funny? I actually wrote that too. I wrote DJ, don't forget the A.E. Rob. Nah, for real, man. Don't forget the A.E. Rob, man. You gotta explain for the people what A.E. mean, man. What is A.E.?
AE just stands for amazingly entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like every time I try to, touch the turntables or touch anything I'm DJing, I just try to, leave an amazing, perception. So that's basically it.
For sure, for sure. Amazingly entertaining.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazingly entertaining. Well, listen, I appreciate you for being a guest on my podcast. You the first interview, you know what I'm saying? So I'm hella excited, man. For everybody
Only
that
right.
don't know, it's only right. For everybody that don't know, man, this is one of the first few people that really made me want to up my game on DJing, you know what I'm saying? Take to the next level, invest in
Yeah.
myself. He was a perfect example of what it looked like to really, you know what I'm saying, be a professional DJ. And not only that, but have the equipment to back it up and, have the consistency to back it up. So, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't know that DJ Rob, man, you definitely a mentor to a young brother like myself and still to this day, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for just being you. And to just always handling business, bro. So that's appreciate you, bro.
Hey, no
So
problem.
here on the Synergy podcast, man, if you didn't know, the purpose of the Synergy, man, is to shed light on the creator's perspective of music and music entertainment. So this spotlight, man, is on you. We're gonna talk about your journey, bro. We're gonna start from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I had you fill out the Synergy questionnaire to just give me a background of you and just your inspiration and just you know what I'm saying? Just the overall outline of the journey, man. So um, what it started when 2013. When did it start, man? When did amazingly entertaining start?
Oh, to be honest, I mean the name predates me even being an actual DJ.
Okay.
The name DJ A.E. Rob that came from high school, senior year in high school. We
Okay.
was I was on a track team. We was it was just a time where we was into like music heavy,
Hmm.
and we would all just talk about like what if we had DJ names, what would our DJ names be? And it'd be some crazy names, and mine just happened to be A.E. Rob, and I just stuck with it.
Oh, that's what's up,
So
man. Well, so okay, so senior year, you decided, what I'm saying, you amazingly entertaining. So, and it.
I was
Go
I
ahead.
gotta be honest. The AE stood for something different that they said, but you gotta find one of them. And one of my friends asked them what they thought it stood for, but
Well,
but
for
what they came up with is yeah.
well, for sure, man. Hey, man. Well, I know you as amazingly entertaining for
Yep.
and whatever AE stand for. That somebody else know. I don't need to know. That ain't my
There you go.
business. So
Uh,
senior year, amazingly entertaining, and this is before you really got into DJing, or this is just like you just Rob, and then like you say like you said, hey, he just came out of nowhere from friends, and then you basically you transform that name into a part of your DJ career, right?
yep,
Okay.
yep. So I actually got into DJing really my freshman year in college.
Hmm.
So like second semester, it was just one of those things. You go to parties a lot in college, and you kind of just try to find stuff you like.
Hmm.
And I just remember leaving one party, and I was just like so disappointed in the music selection that was going on.
For sure.
Uh, I was like, man, I could do a way better job than this. I felt,
That's
and
what's
then
up.
I just had a conversation with a couple of my lady friends that night, and they're like, yeah, you sure could. So uh, I just kind of dug into it after that,
That's
and
what's
then
up. And what year is this? This is 20 what?
2011,
2011. Okay.
2011.
Okay. Okay, because I did a little bit of research, you know what I'm saying, on from due to Instagram, I did as much research as I could. You know what I'm saying? And I seen that 2013, and I'm gonna give you a trivia question on that 2013 information that I discovered. That's later on, but I want to talk about
Okay.
the practical steps in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? After you was told, you know what I'm saying, that you knew you want to be a DJ because of that experience you had in the party. So what practical step did you take first when you realized that, okay, maybe I can do it? You know what I'm saying? What did you do first?
Man, the first thing I did was, well, really, I just started compiling music. I mean, I already listened to a lot of music in general. Just being in college, you kind of explore a lot of new genres of music anyway. Um, so that was the first thing I did. The second thing that was a major step towards being a DJ, I would say, just finding a software program that worked.
Okay. What program was this that you used?
Man, I can't even remember the name of it. It was some DJ program I downloaded really, but I would just the songs and just let them play. It was a free version, and that's what I downloaded.
I bet you. What was it? Virtual DJ?
Nah, I wasn't even virtual DJ. Virtual DJ. Nah, it was not. That's when I actually started DJing. That's what I was using when I started using like equipment. But yeah, I can't. It was not virtual DJ. I can't remember the name of it, to be honest.
Sure.
Nobody used it from I know of. So.
For sure. Okay. So you had the program. You already had the music and everything. So what was the first DJ equipment that you actually invested in? And then I mean, it just even investing in it. How did you even get the funds to even invest in it? You know what I mean?
So that's kind of fate. So that next summer after college or whatever, I was in a program called Urban Rangers.
Okay.
And it just so happened that my supervisor there was also starting his DJ business at the same time. So I was actually to learn firsthand from him. His name was DJ C Style. He still DJs as well. He's a DJ in Tampa, Florida. And he was starting his company. So what I would do is just go along with him on his gigs, observe what he did. He would actually pay me to set up for him. And eventually, once I got enough experience, boom, it was, hey, you get your own gigs now. Okay. So I didn't really have to have my own equipment at first because he already had his. So I was able to, just make money and not have to worry about what equipment I was having or even for certain events, some music, like since he already had the experience and music that was needed, like I was able to even get more music from him.
That's too. What's up. Okay. So this is, and that's 2013, and that 2013 to what? You and DJ C Style, that you kind of branched off and just started doing your own thing. What year was that?
I would say I DJ with LC3 for, I mean, I still do sometimes now. Though, he'll send me gigs if because he's not local anymore, so he'll send me gigs if he needs some cover or something like that. So I won't say I'm not active, but I started branching off on my own probably, man, I would say not even once I started really getting my own equipment. That's really when. Which it took me probably about 2-3 years after that.
So from 2013 to 2016, didn't have your equipment, and you was linked up with somebody you'll call a mentor that kind of helps you, you know what I'm saying, develop and get that first experience. So and that's why, the purpose of this podcast is to just show people that, you know what I'm saying, it's important to have a mentor like you. That's why I say with you was my mentor coming up in a sense. You know what I'm saying? You was older than me, you had more experience than me, and you had no problem giving the game to me. You know what I'm saying? You had no problem. So I'm glad you mentioned him because, and shout out to him, you know what I'm saying, for just, being a mentor to you and helping you, and he's still an asset to you, you know what I'm saying, and you an asset to him. So that's what's up, man. And so 2013, 2016, got the game from him, and in 2016 you got your own equipment. So did you use the money that you used to, I mean, I know you said you were a part of the Rangers, but did you use the money that from the events that he gave to you to get the new equipment, or how did you even get the money, you know what I'm saying, to invest in the new equipment in 2016? And I hate to even touch on like your finances, man, because you could have been selling drugs, anything. I'm sorry. I just want.
I've always kept a job, bro. Like honestly, since I was like, I would always work in the summer times, even in high school. But I've always kept a job. Even in college, I worked at Best Buy. That actually helped me get my electronics on discount because I was working there, so I got some equipment like mics and stuff through there. But yeah, I would really just save up money from the events and gigs I did with LC3 and then funnel that into my own stuff. So I was able to, I was able to fully branch out. And then slowly but surely, I started trying to develop a brand. Came back home after college, and then linked up with my boy Will Bruiser, and we started doing more music, and that was just more like studio stuff. And then that kind of helped develop my outlook and
Mm-hmm.
stuff as moving.
Okay.
So,
So
from
just
there.
the learning experience you got, you know what I'm saying, in 2013 to 2016, what inspires you to just not only invest in new equipment, but just improve the craft and like talk to me about the practical steps you took for it to be progressive. You know what I'm saying? From now to then, this is what I need to be doing this day. This is what I should do to make sure I'm always, Major League Entertainment has to keep evolving. So how did you implement that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, over the years?
Man, just trying to keep the name going. Labeling all your social media. I would say make sure you practice. First of all, you gotta make sure you practicing, and then my biggest thing is just having a music that everybody wants to hear, or even sometimes they don't even know they want to hear. So just always being prepared that way, just always having your ear to the ground, ear to the streets, as they would say. That way yeah, yeah. So that way you always know what's going on. That's just always been my way of attacking things, and being consistent over the years is where I got to where I am now. So um, I'm gonna continue to keep running.
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, and I think even like, and I know that a lot of DJs, even to this day, I mean, like even just learning something new and like, do you feel like even being 11 years plus, you think there's more to learn? You know what I'm saying? Even though 10 plus years, you think there's a lot more to learn as a DJ.
Sure, for sure. I definitely can improve. I call myself out all the time. My scratches I need to get better at. My left hand be weak sometimes. A lot of
And you
times.
on and you on what you using right now as a DJ? What equipment you got right now? Like scratch equipment.
I got Rain 12 and Rain 72 for the mixer. So
Okay.
yeah,
So now you
that's
got that,
on now.
but I know you didn't start off with that. What did you start off with? What did you know what I'm saying? What was the next equipment that you had got, and then all the way up until now, and then like what made you even want to step it up? You know what I'm saying? As far as what DJ equipment you're using.
The first deck I had a Newmark mix track. That was the first thing I was DJing on. So I had to make sure I could have something with the headphones. That was one of the low cost things that I could plug the headphones into and still be able to mix. Um, I mean, I did a lot of practicing with that. That was a solid little piece right there. And I went to the NS7. That was the moving platters, so that helped me get a feel for scratching a little bit better. And then from there to the reins, I had the NS7. The NS7 was rocking for a while, so.
Yeah, shout out to NS7, man. Shout out to Newmark. You know what I'm saying? Newmark is trying to keep up with Pioneer. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to be neck and neck, man. But Pioneer just keep killing the game, man.
Yeah.
But then I mean, well, I guess on a controller level, you know what I'm saying? Pioneer is killing the game. You know what I'm saying? Because now you on the range. So you went from Newmark and now you on range. So what made you want to? Because I know that because Newmark, do they offer spinning decks too? Like, I know do they got spinning deck?
Uh, at the time, I don't think
Well,
they
I'm saying like
did.
right now.
I think they do now,
So
yeah.
what?
But at the time, I don't think they did. The decision I went to with the reason I went with the
Mm-hmm.
range because it was the full 12-inch vinyl
Okay.
size, and I didn't have to use needles and stuff like that. So I didn't want to have to really. I know that's a thing that DJs used to use a lot, but I didn't really want to have to go back and deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured it was easy to get into that.
Okay. And then you bought everything separate. Like you got the rain, and then you got the mixer in the middle. You know what I'm saying? You got so what did you? How did you piece it together with that?
Well, I mean, I bought them all together as a
Okay.
package. Yeah, it wasn't like a thing where I pieced it all together. I just spent the money on that. So.
Okay. So do you? And then even just with that, do you think that new DJs coming up, like when they buy equipment, you know what I'm saying, versus how you started and what you ended up with, um, do you believe that every DJ should learn how to or even buy scratch turntables, or do you think that if a DJ is comfortable, you know what I'm saying, with the controller, they can keep that as long as they need it? Like,
I feel like your path is your path. Whatever you feel like you should learn is what you should learn. Don't let anybody tell you different. Um, so something that was told to me early on by DJ Vince. was just, it don't matter what equipment, as long as you rocking, the crowd feels you. That's it, man. The rest of it don't really matter at
Okay,
all.
and I'm glad you mentioned DJ Vince because I did, you know what I'm saying, see a picture y'all did at, was it a homecoming you and him did back in the day? It was like 2013, 2014.
Yeah, that was no. So that was Club KC. We used to do Club KC events. Yep. Um, yeah, that was one of the bigger ones they did. Like they would have like it was a couple of them they would do like the majority neighborhoods would come into them, and they would have like a special weekend towards like a bigger setup. We had that was just one of the ones that we had a pretty big stage and everything. That was a pretty cool thing. That's another fun fact though. I was actually when Club KC started for the teens in Kansas City. I was actually the first DJ for that. So
Okay. So I'm glad you mentioned that accolade. So as far as just even that, how did that feel for you? Even just being a part of that journey, like Club KC, you know what I'm saying? You were, and this is during the time you was a new experienced DJ, so you was trying to get more business. So what did that mean for you?
it was a learning process. It was fun, man. It just helped me stay active.
Yeah.
Like it was helping me develop a persona. Just how I approach the mic if I'm a speaker on the mic. Um, it was good exposure, I would say.
Okay.
You know,
And what year was this?
ooh, that would probably been maybe probably 2013, 2014.
Damn.
No, probably 2014.
So you would say like from
Yeah,
2013 to 2016 was like she was just moving, like stuff was, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You
yeah.
was a part of so
Yeah.
much.
That was honestly all that was due to LC3. He was building a lot, so
Okay.
I was able to help build with him. You know.
That's dope. So now you in Club KC, you know what I'm saying, and you DJing. So who okay, I know you learned a lot from LC3. So like even just when you started to DJ by yourself, like how did you start to change your game and just like learn how to crowd control and learn how to like transition and like how was that process for you? And how did the trial and error process go when it went wrong, when it went good, like how did that go?
I mean, a lot of that was practicing at home, and then practicing in front of my friends and in the house when I was in college. Um, try to get their response of what they thought about
Hmm.
things. And once I learned how to mix and just getting the steady transitions going, you just try them out in the crowd, and then they like it. They like it. A lot of times they end up liking it.
So
So,
so what was some times that they didn't like it? He was like, oh, I gotta hurry up, change it up real quick. Like,
man, I the funny thing about that is I really don't remember too many times I've had like a real bad show. I mean, obviously you always kind of like mess up or have a bad mix here and there where BPMs is off
mhm.
or you start too soon or
Yeah.
something like that. But I always kind of like try to be prepared for the worst. So you just keep going when something happens. Like you really just keep a smile on your face. You know what I'm saying? Like because if they see you messed up, that's when they know something wrong. As long as you can
Now that's real.
maintain your composure, you good. Like that's the thing.
Okay.
That's the number one thing.
Okay. So it's important as a DJ to just always maintain composure, even
Yep.
through even through the storm. Like when you know people ain't
That's
feeling you.
facts. Especially
Okay.
if your laptop shut down, you need to have a plan.
Ooh.
I had, you need that. Have that ox ready, something, because you never know when that'll hit you. You never know.
Okay. Even okay. So okay, let's talk about that. So
Yeah.
worst case scenario. Let's just say this is the worst case scenario portion. Your laptop dies. Let's say it's too hot outside. Your laptop overheat. What should a DJ have as a backup in case that happens?
Man, so for me, this is how I work it. Like this, that's why one of the things that the rain is good for. It's actually its own independent audio component, so it can hold up besides without the laptop. So what I always do is just have an aux cord ready, and then I have like depending on what type of gig it is, I always have like a friendly playlist associated with that event as a backup. So I'm popping that thing in right then and there. If I gotta say a few words in between or have somebody hold it down real quick, pop that in and get the next song going, and then just fade in, fade out until I mean, crowd usually don't notice. As long as they dancing and having fun. Yeah, I really had to deal with that not too long ago. So
Yeah. I seen that for sure. But I think that the good thing about, you know what I'm saying, you just or even just knowing how to, you know what I'm saying, shake back from that, because I think that it's a lot of pressure in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So what's, so the qualities that you think a DJ should have would just be just maintaining
Yep.
composure, you know what I'm saying, just being confident, and then what do you think else a quality a DJ should have in that situation?
Oh man, another quality DJ will have, just resilient, man. You just gotta keep going, because like you can get discouraged, and then if you break down and want to quit yourself, you ain't doing your job. So you gotta be resilient, be able to come back
Okay.
quick.
So have you ever had a moment where you was like, for whatever reason, you was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to leave, man, I'm cool. Like whether and this is from 2013 to 2017, and then we gonna talk about the rest of the journey, but just on that early journey in your career.
Man, let me. Hey, that's tough. This is so many. I don't know. I don't think I got none. I've just ever walked out and wanted to quit on something. Uh,
Or just like you just fed up, you know what I'm saying? And just because, it could have been a bad setup. It could have been, it wasn't set up how you wanted it to be. Or it just could have been, there was people there that, you know what I'm saying, was making it hard for you to keep, you know what I'm saying, keep that consistency, keep the music going, like anything.
uh, uh, man, I have to think on that one. I don't think there is one that comes on top of my head at the moment.
That's what's up, though. Hey, that's what's up, though, bro. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that, like, you may not see it as, you know what I'm saying, something that you would do because it's not something you would do, but I'm sure there's probably a lot of DJs like, man, I done walked out a couple events. So just the fact that you never let situations get the best of you, you never folded, you know what I'm saying? I gotta applaud you on that. Definitely gotta applaud you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Cause that's, things happen. You know what I'm saying? You go to event. I know you done been to a couple events where the hood folks came in there and they, causing a scene. Like you ever DJ an event where people about to fight? How did you react the first time you DJ and people started trying to fight?
I know you remember the time we had an event. Got the prohibition. Got a little wild down there, but man, you just try to change the song. You gotta. If it's a rowdy song, you try to put on some gospel if you got to, bro.
Okay, so for all the new DJs that has that issue in that situation, tell them. So what you're saying is, if a new DJ is playing some songs, and you know what I mean, he know that the crowd is shifting. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas in the room, you got all this energy. Change the song to some gospel.
Something that focuses on the ladies, man. Some two-step music, something. That's what you gotta do.
Okay. So, and then my last question, you know what I'm saying, about the beginning journey, just about the music. So, you
Yeah.
obviously you're from Kansas City, born and raised, you know what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
how was the process with learning new music? And you mentioned two step, and two step is a staple of the Midwest. And I know that Kansas City has, you know what I'm saying, its own version of two step. But what inspired the process of you choosing the music, studying the music at Kansas City, and implementing it into your style of DJ?
Man, going to older events, being with people who are older than you, or older than me, I would say. Uh, Knowing what they listen to, seeing it when you in people's houses and just trying to hear what they listen to. A lot of that too came from when I was DJing at Club 42 on 42nd Indiana too. So that helped me develop a lot of like the two-step in music, because it's a more chill vibe, and then you get the older crowd and see what they like to listen to, and then you try it out from there. That's where I kind of developed a lot of that. Yes,
So you say Club 42. How long were you a DJ at Club 42?
probably a good 2 years. Two
Okay.
years.
And you not there no
2 years.
more?
They changed ownership, so I don't. Yeah, I haven't DJ there in a while.
Okay. Got you. So, we definitely uncovered a lot as far as the beginning journey, just, the mentor you had, and then just the whole process. You was at Club KC, you know what I'm saying, DJing homecomings in the beginning of the DJ career. Fast forward up to now, or let's not even talk now. Let's talk the last 5 years, which is pretty recent. You got it. So the last 5 years, which would be 2017 up until now. What was the next steps after you didn't already start to establish a name? After Club KC, you know what I'm saying? After college, like what was the goal, and what was the practical steps that you took to just make sure you always stay consistent with business? Okay, so now, so basically, what you're saying is you got to be more than just a DJ. You know what I'm saying? You got to try new things that'll keep you active enough to where people won't forget you. So you mentioned doing videography and then promoting. So when did you pick up? You know what I'm saying? Even just those habits that that became a passion, or did they start off as a passion and then you started to like? Did they start off as a passion, or they started off as a habit that you got good at as far as videography and getting into promoting? Last thing you mentioned before we had a quick intermission was the fact that you implemented video content as far as
Mhm.
being a DJ, just to keep your name consistent and really just keep business going. They say millionaires should have more than one income, you know what I'm saying? And just as a DJ, you should want to be versatile anyway, right?
Yep, and that's also kind of how Refresh Map came into play. I was building a blog with that, and then doing the blog, I had to, I was doing the media myself for the most part. So the videos, promotion, the photos, uh, and then just putting events behind that brand is what I was doing with that. So it just was something that encompassed everything. So Refresh Marketing and Promotions is what that stood for. So
Wow. Okay. I
um,
never knew that. Okay.
yeah.
Got you. So Refresh Marketing and Promotions, was you packaging video content as well as like did it align with DJ services, or was that just straight marketing and promotion for other people's business with video content? Like, if I'm
Uh,
understanding it right.
So it's kind of a conglomerate on that. Like it would be I could do either or. So a lot of times, I would just do like videos for other people's businesses, or just in general for fun, or do music videos. Um, it was really just me experimenting, and it turned. Like I said it was a vision I came up with while I was in college, and then afterward, I kind of pushed towards it. So
Okay. Well, that's what's up, man. Well, like I said, I applaud you on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that when you starting off as a DJ, you only see being a DJ. It's tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
know that early in the career, you never would expect it to establish refresh map because you always want to be a DJ, right? So,
yeah.
and that's understand. And I think, so you think that every new DJ, like I said, asked you earlier, they should want to um, just be versatile and then establish something else under you, so that way you don't always stick to one thing, or like like you said it, or do you think that just everybody has their own path, and if you want to stick to being a DJ, you can do that?
I mean, I think I do think everybody has their own path, but at the same time, I do believe as what a DJ means in 2022 is different from what a DJ was um, back when DJing first started, back in the 80s or whenever. I think today it's more of you need to be a tastemaker, a curator, not just for music, but for the culture in general. So whether that's the videos, that's the media that's coming out, whatever your vision is for what you're doing, you should be able to do that in all the avenues you want to do it in. So
Now,
yeah,
would
so
you
I
say
and
that? Go ahead.
no, I wasn't go ahead, you go ahead.
Okay, so would you say that just um, like being a curator and being a tastemaker, you know what I'm saying? Would you say that since your mind has become so open, that has led to many more opportunities? You know what I'm saying, outside of DJing too.
Yeah, I would say it has. Yeah, it's brought me revenue for
Okay,
sure, for sure. Not as much as I probably would like, just being consistent on that
for
side of
sure,
it was a
for
little
sure.
more difficult. But yeah, it definitely did open some doors.
Okay. and just speaking on the difficult part of the process, like from even just the beginning up until now, what do you think that what is has a difficult process? Has it changed since the beginning, or is it still kind of the same?
It's I would say it's still kind of the same. Like it's definitely still a learning process. Um, it's something that I would like to pick up again because I haven't, especially the video production. Somebody just asked me today if they wanted me to if I could shoot some videos. Uh, but yeah, it's definitely something I need to pick up and be more consistent with because right now I'm more on just straight DJing. So, but at a time when I wasn't, DJing as much, that helped out. So.
Okay, okay, and even just with that process, and just becoming an established DJ, like how often do you do DJ mixes, or do you upload mixes, or you just straight freestyle whenever you go live?
Typically, yeah, I never know what I'm gonna play when I DJ. Yeah, I have mixes, but yeah, I'm straight off of whatever the vibe is. I feel like is good for the moment. I have some songs in the list like I've curated over the years that I go back to, um, but I'm definitely feeling like I always want to push to something that you may not have heard or that you need to hear at the time. So like what I'm saying, I'm always into what's new. So that's what I press a lot.
You
But
know what?
yeah,
That's true. That's true. One thing I can say to the people, man, is that DJ Rob is somebody that puts the songs that he like and he feel like you need to hear. You know what I'm saying? He going and I know that from experience, but just collaborate with Shoot, man, you gonna definitely play that song that you know, especially because I can say that you believe in your people. You know what I'm saying? You definitely believe in your people, man. The people that you rock with, the artists, you gonna play their songs at events, man. When I was afraid to play my bros' music, nah, I can count on you. You know what I'm saying? They know that you're gonna play their music because you believe in it. You know what I'm saying? And the quality is there, whether they hear it or not. You know what I'm saying? So how do you just even with that alone? You know what I'm saying? A new DJ, an established DJ, playing music that you know what I'm saying that might be their people. You know what I'm saying? Their brother. Like how important you think that is, though? You know what I'm saying? And just even just with establishing new relationships with people and just being loyal to the people around you, but also still being like, hey, I'm a DJ. Like how do you balance that?
I mean, I feel like you gotta, as a DJ, you gotta be able to mix it in there. Like you don't want to do 10 songs back to back that people may not have known or heard, but you kind of mix it in there with something they know and familiar with, and if it sounds good with something else, then boom, you might get a couple wins off of that. A couple new ears to hear, or they might want to be like, "What was that you just played?" That's honestly one of the DJs. I mean, one of the reasons I became a DJ too, because I had boys around me that was doing music, and I was like, man, people need to hear this. Like, it's good stuff. Like, because it's at a time where I didn't know people could make music like at a lower level and they still sound good. So that was one of the reasons why I started pressing it out. And just always having that early years has been something I pride myself on. So.
Okay. So, and one of the inspirations you said for you was Bandcamp. How important is Bandcamp to the DJ A.E. Rob journey?
Oh, so DJ Bandcamp, I met him homecoming 2015 at Mizzou. I had the opening set for him in there, and at that time he was an MMG DJ for Stolly, so that was pretty cool. And then just watching him grow, he became the Indiana Pacers DJ, doing his own tour. Um, that was just a cool experience, and just watching him grow. And this is still an inspiration today. Like I ran into him in Chicago like a couple years back, had a little conversation with him. So um, yeah, he's a dope dude.
And what
It's all real.
and what year you say you made DJ Bandcamp?
2015.
Okay,
2015.
cool. Okay, right on. So you made him right in the pinnacle where like things were starting to take off. You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah,
was amazingly entertainment was really starting to see the vision.
yeah.
Okay.
People at Mizzou starting to feel me. So
For sure, for sure. So 2017, 2018, during that time of up until, the 2020, were you DJ in residency? Were you just getting private bookings? Like, what was the main source of DJ bookings you were receiving during that time?
private bookings really um word of mouth. Honestly, that's still how I operate. I really don't advertise too much that I could be booked outside of just people, knowing my number, knowing somebody that has my number, or even through just social media. But yeah, that's still how I maintain. A lot of times too. I mean, I would say if I had a residency back then, I would say it was at Club 42 because that's where I would be consistently, like on a weekly or monthly basis.
Well, I'm saying like from 2017 to 2020. I'm saying, did you have any residency, or what was the main source of bookings? Was it just straight word of mouth?
So yeah, pretty much
Okay.
straight word of mouth.
Okay.
Other than 42, because 42 was in that time.
Oh, okay. Right on. Yeah. Okay. Well, shout out to Club 42, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry that they changed the ownership. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even with that, do you think that even just with being starting off in a certain surrounding is not where you're going to end up, or you think that if it's progressive and things are going the right direction, you can stay in that environment per se? Like, because you were at a point where you said that change ownership. So at that point, you made a decision to just straight do you. You know what I'm saying? So do you think that it's important for DJs as new or established to, evaluate the surroundings that they in? You know what I'm saying? If they in the club or whatever and they don't see, you know what I'm saying, things moving, or like what is your take on that?
I feel like when you're starting out, you should try to get as much under your feet under your belt as you can. Uh, so whether that's being in a club, private events, or if you gotta, DJ for your family, just get as much experience as you can under your belt so you can handle different adversity from events. But as you continue and you start to build your worth and know what you're capable of, then you start just try to develop what niche you want to go into, whether it's being at a club, private DJ, whether weddings, birthday parties, whatever you want to do. And then once you know that's what you want to do, you stick to it. Stick to it.
Okay. So what do you believe your niche is that you stick to as far as, DJ bookings and where you feel like Major League Entertainment really thrives the best?
Man, that's a tough question because I'm pretty versatile, so like I feel like I can adapt to anything. That's kind of where I've been able to thrive myself. So I'm gonna just keep it at that. Like I wouldn't say I have a niche yet. I'm staying in, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Even if I decide to want to do that.
Okay. So within the last 4 or 5 years, let's say today it's 2022 right now.
Yeah.
So what's the most what was the most exciting event you were a part of within the last 4 or 5 years? What do you say? Even if it's more than one, let's say you got three at the top. That was like, damn, like this was amazing entertainment. Like I'm glad to be a part of this. Like this is why I do this. Like what would you say?
There's a few of them. So I would say, obviously Mizzou homecoming. I guess that's a little bit past 5 years. So after that, I would say. So probably first Fridays when we had it rocking down there. I mean, you probably can get more of a crowd unless you had like a festival somewhere with that. I mean, that was that was pretty massive.
I gotta drop a recap on this interview too. Short little recap.
I don't think nobody's done it like that since, to be honest.
No, sir.
Let's see, that was one. Lincoln's homecoming, the opening of the field. That was pretty dope experience.
Okay. And that was you giving back to the school that you came from, right?
Yep.
That's what's up.
That's always big to me, never forget where you come from and then always being able to give back. So that was one. And then, I mean, another good one was last night being at Aura. So that was pretty dope too.
Oh, yeah. So, damn. So, and just for, you know what I'm saying, the people watching, like I said, DJs, producers, Aura has been around for how long?
I don't even know. Wow.
Been a while. And you've been DJing for 11 years plus, and this is the first time you've DJed at one of the biggest clubs in Kansas City. So let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? So even just what was a practical step that you took to even get, you know what I'm saying, to get the invitation to DJ in Aura?
Man, it's really just being known, that I would say that I owe that's DJ Q and then Josh, that's Up Down Nightlife, man. I've been rocking with them since they really started doing their events. Um, and just came in a circumstance. They've been rocking with me, just seeing me doing my thing. It was like that's something they wanted me to help out with. So it was time for me to step in and do it. That's
That's
what
what's
it was.
up.
Yeah.
So what did you have any just preconception before you DJ'd or like just going there like were you attending there, you know what I'm saying, on club nights and saying like could you see yourself DJing there just from going there?
I mean, in the right sentence, yeah. I don't know if it's something I would do consistently, just because, or depending on what it is. But anytime I go on a set like that, my intention is just to play the slaps. That's it. At the end of the night, you be like, "Hey, Rob played the slaps. Yeah, that was
For sure, for sure.
hitting."
So like even we talking mainstream clubs, you know what I'm saying, you being a DJ, you want to implement your own flavor. Now you said that, you know what I'm saying, you always had an interest just to play music that people need to hear. You know what I'm saying? How is that balancing that, you know what I'm saying, like just with being in the mainstream club that might not be open to hearing that new sound because they want to keep what's going. They want to keep what's working and keep, you know what I'm saying, keep money flowing. So they're not, are they open to hearing new music, or it's like we just keep those slaps going?
This is the thing. It's definitely a balance between keeping the dance floor active and then trying to play new songs that they may not have known. But as a DJ, that's what you got to be able to. That's a skill you have to develop. Um, I believe for me, I keep it pretty well balanced between, but at the same time, I'm trying to slap hard every time. So like, I gotta catch a ear I gotta catch a ear on something you may not have heard, or something you just heard that you needed to hear in the club that night. That's me all the way.
Well, that's what's up. So yeah. I mean, and I think that's important. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep them slaps going, keep the dance floor active, but at the end of the day, they need to know that was you in there. So you gonna like, okay, what's a song that you hit the crowd with that you feel like as of recent, you like, I know they ain't never probably used to people playing this, but I'm gonna play it right now. If you could think of it.
I was one probably last night. I know Red Key was probably one. That's Big 30 and Money Bag. That was a pretty good one. I think I hit him with. But honestly, like last night, I can't really say I really saw the crowd reaction too much. I was just kind of in my zone on a lot of it.
For sure. Well, like even okay, look. So even with you in the club, you know you playing slap. You know they feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So do you think that like you should have somebody with you just to read the crowd and just see what's going on? Like, or do you think that all your career you think that you always just kind of trust your instinct and play what you play because you feel it? It don't matter what they feel, you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Or you think you should have somebody just to kind of watch and just see the energy?
I mean, I like both. So I think I do work best when I have an MC with me. That way I can bounce things off. I mean, I do okay being an MC by myself, but I always think it's more fun when you can balance off with somebody being an MC like you, like yourself, or even Q last night. That was pretty dope. It's always funner just going back and forth and then just having them introduce the songs, and then it kind of eases the crowd a little bit more when you do it that way.
Because that way they're not just hearing just music, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So, and then when you finally DJ the Aura, like how did it feel? You know what I'm saying? And do you think that people like, because obviously there's a crowd of people that knew you, you know what I'm saying? But there's also a crowd, the club crowd, that never heard of you before. So how was that? You know what I'm saying? Finally getting in there, like, what was the reaction from the people that might have never heard of you before?
I mean, it was some people walk up to me and say, "Man, I never heard of you." And I'd be like, "Hey, yeah, you heard of me now."
That's what's up.
It. You get a couple of Instagram followers. That's what you're doing something right.
For sure. And then, like you said earlier in the interview, you said that gotta have your logo made. So did you have your logo at the club as well?
For sure, I had to have the graphic up there.
That's what's up.
Had to have it.
That's what's up. So they see him amazingly entertaining and bright, you know what I'm saying, lights.
That A.E. Rob that one, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where we like. You put your ones in there because that's where we like to do.
Hey, you know what? That's funny. Okay, that makes sense. Then that makes sense. That's why you always go like that when you take. Yep, that makes sense for sure. Well, for sure, man. Well, dang. Well, you know what I'm saying. I think that I took a lot just from, you know what I'm saying, the start of you DJing up until now, and I believe that you touched a huge spotlight on just maintaining relationships. You know what I'm saying? DJ Q. You know what I'm saying? Up down nightlife and just your big homie that you know what I'm saying got you in the game and being consistent with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And always improving and investing in yourself. That's why I said the one thing that I always admired about you was that you always invest into yourself. Like whatever it took, you know what I'm saying, whether it be wireless microphones, you know what I'm saying, the scratch turntables, NS7, you know what I'm saying, you always invest into new equipment, you know what I'm saying. So that's a really good thing. And that's why, and even just with that, like how often do you believe new DJs should keep investing to themselves, you know what I'm saying, with new equipment? How often do you think it?
As much as you feel like you need to, man. I mean, as soon as you got enough bread and you feel like you need to upgrade, go ahead and do it. Because I mean, that's how you're gonna expand. I would say, people perception is always is a thing too. So like, if you look like you're professional, you know what I'm saying, people just gonna make people want to hire you more. So it does make a difference at the end of the day.
Okay, like so, do you think that because times have changed from the times you DJ'd up until now, you know, ways of promoting, ways of advertising, it all changed. So even how do you continue to evolve with the new times as far as, you know, getting your business out there, getting your name out there, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like I said, times have changed. So what has changed with your style in reference and just according to the new generation standards of ways of promoting?
Man, I would say I'm really getting ready to make another change here in a moment. And that's just being more of an online presence versus just in person. So people can hear me outside of uh, just playing music. You know, I gotta have a voice as well. So that's something I'm getting ready to develop. That's my next pivot there. Um, so yeah, I'm just leave it at that.
For sure. Well, you ain't got to say too much. You know what I'm saying? Being an online presence is a challenge. You know what I'm saying? It's a challenge, man, especially
Right.
when you really don't do a lot of posting because you do a lot of footwork. You know what I'm saying? Like you do a lot of footwork in person. You ain't got to post a lot. Long, you know what I'm saying? So, and I think that a lot of the older generation kind of left that to our generation. You know what I'm saying? Because we understand how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or we trying to, because things change every week. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely salute you on that for making that pivot. So I just want to thank you, you know what I'm saying, just for taking the time to be a part of this podcast, man. I believe you gave a lot of game, and that's why I picked you to be my first interview because I already knew, man, you was gonna drop some game, but I ain't gonna let you go just yet. You know what I'm saying? I wanna give you a trivia real quick because you did say, you know what I'm saying, Kanye, your favorite artist, man. So
Sure.
I'm just gonna give you. Let me see. I'm gonna give you two questions, and I'm gonna see if you really know Kanye. We ain't gonna get the whole autobiography. But I do want to ask you this: who was Kanye West's original tour DJ?
Ooh, that's tough. I don't even think I know that one. Hey, if I had to guess though, I would say man, I don't know. Who is it?
A-Track.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yep, A-Track.
Okay.
One more question. I don't know if you're gonna know this one too, but this is a big accolade for Kanye. So October 2021, you know what I'm saying, as a producer, Ye reached one of the biggest achievements of his career. One of the biggest as a producer. 2021.
Okay.
And what do you believe that is? And this is producer Ye.
As a producer, he probably is it the most Billboard tracks as a producer?
Okay. You got that one. Yep. He broke the record as a producer with the most number one hits, most number one hip hop hits as a producer. So you 1 for 2. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I ain't gonna hit you nowhere Kanye West. I just had to test and see if you do that. And then
That one was tough.
huh?
The DJ one was tough. I didn't even think about that.
For sure. So I had to hit you with a tough one. I should have hit you with the icebreaker first and then hit you with the haymaker after, but it's all good. And then I'm gonna ask you a question about those you know what I'm saying, a pair of rings, 12s you got back there. Let's see if you know your equipment, man. How many Rain DJ-12s can you connect at once?
4.
That man got it. Okay. All right, one more question, man. One more question. So I don't know, you a DJ, man. You know what I'm saying, and you a part-time producer. You know what I'm saying. You be behind the scene. You and Bruiser, man. Shout out to Bruiser. So y'all should shout out to Bruiser, man.
I got a EP dropping soon. You know.
Okay.
For the vibe.
when that drop, man. When that drop.
Next month sometime. We ain't got a set date yet, but it's coming.
And this executive DJ and host is DJ Rob?
I'm just the executive producer on that one. I'm not hosting that one.
Okay. Well, for sure. We on the lookout for that. So you familiar with DJ Mustard, right?
Yep.
So DJ Mustard, man, was introduced to music production by a popular mainstream artist and longtime friend. Who was that?
I don't know that one.
If you can guess anybody, who would you guess?
I don't know. If it's somebody in LA, it's probably like it ain't YG, is it? No, ain't that. Okay. You got me on that. Who that?
It's Ty Dolla $ign.
Okay, that's close.
Yeah. You were close though. It couldn't have been too many people. Like from the West Coast that he worked with, it couldn't have been too many. But nah, yeah, man. Those are my trivia questions for you, man. And my last one was I didn't know if you remember, but what was the very first controller you had? But we already discussed it. It was the Newmark Mix Track Pro. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, man. Like I say, man, I really appreciate you being the first interview that I had. You know what I'm saying, on the Cynergy. Like I said, this podcast is about shedding light on the creator's perspective of music and music entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that I shed the spotlight on you and you allowed yourself to get all the game that you could in this time. You know what I'm saying? And you keep giving the game, bro, because you had a mentor when you was coming up. And, you know what I'm saying, to this day, whoever you look up to, whether it be people that's not as experienced as you or have more experience than you, you continue to use them as an asset, man. And you continue to just maintain your relationships and just continue to add value to everybody around you. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to you. Shout out to Bruiser. You know what I'm saying? Shout out DJ Q, Up Down Nightlife. And you said it was LC3?
LC3 Entertainment.
Shout out to LC3 Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So just being a huge part of DJ amazingly entertaining Rob's career, man. So without further ado, everybody out there, man, make sure y'all follow. Matter of fact, you can give them the socials, man. Give them the socials, man. Let them know where they can find you at.
Everything DJ A.E. Rob. That's just simple and spelled out. DJ A.E. Rob. That's it.
DJ A.E. Rob. So are you on Twitter?
Yep, that's Twitter, Instagram. That's where I'm at.
For sure, man. So appreciate you again. And next time I have you on this podcast, man, be ready because we're gonna have to drop some more game, man.
All right, we're gonna have a tour going across the US at that point. You know?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm here. You already know, bro. All right, my brother.
All right. Put the ones up.
Put the ones. What's good, everybody? The Cynergy is about shedding light on the creator's perspective of music and music entertainment. So if you are someone that loves the craft of music, you will find us very inspiring. And this will also be a huge source of education to all the students of the game, including myself. So make sure you tune in every episode because you'll only hear these perspectives of DJs, producers, songwriters, and more right here on the Cynergy. And I am your host, The Cinco.